Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general collective reading for all you singles out there as to who's going to be coming in, what can we expect to see moving forward, what type of character they are, that kind of thing. So we're going to link in with Spirit first of all, and we're going to get an idea really as to sort of what they kind of want to bring forward first of all. Then we're going to link with some using tarot cards to sort of get a bit more insight, and then oracle cards for outcomes. So let's just get a link here. Okay, so I'm getting a fire sign here, so we could be having to wait until the sort of around the end of March for Aries season, around the springtime here. They're saying yes, so I feel like there may well be people sort of between now and the March time coming forward that are of interest, but I feel that if you're talking about a significant connection, that potentially Aries season would be the mark of that. They're showing me, now everyone's going to be different here, but they are showing me someone who is fairly consistent. It could well be an earth sign that's coming forward. It could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that wants to kind of start or they mean to go forward. So this is someone who is consistent with how they approach. They're not in and out, they're not flighty, they're not sort of saying all this stuff and then, you know, kind of whizzing off again. This is someone who actually means business, and that they're kind of they've got their eyes on the goal, I'm hearing here. So, and it's interesting because I'm hearing 3, so it could well have been that maybe you're dating 3 people and then this gentleman steps forward or person steps forward, woman, male, take it as it resonates. But there's something also here about, I don't know whether someone's particular sort of type is dark hair, dark features, but I'm also picking up on that. There's definitely a new cycle coming here where it's not just the kind of same old stuff that's consistently being offered that then consistently goes wrong, or it's like a break in the cycle here. I'm just seeing a break in the cycle. The most consistent image I'm getting is a darker person, so dark hair, dark eyes. That's the most consistent image that I'm getting here. But let's go to the cards and see what the cards want to sort of say here. And I'm not going to click on my mouse this time accidentally, which is what happened in my last reading, and then I had to start all over again. So let's have a look. So singles then, those who are single, what's coming forward? I'm going to start doing more daily messages as well, as opposed to the pick a card, because I'm not entirely sure how accurate those pick a cards are. Obviously I rely on your feedback, so I want to try and get as much accuracy as I can, because obviously there's a few people that I'm reading for. Singles please, what can they expect to see moving forward? Those singles watching this video, what energies are coming forward please? What can they expect to see? What insight can you give please, Spirit? Okay, yeah, fire sign and or starting in the fire sign period. So we've got the Queen of Wands here, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Again, it doesn't have to necessarily be a fire sign. It could actually be within the period of the next sort of fire period. So that's Aries, which is in the end of March. Okay, yeah, because it's been pulled alongside the Justice card, it's like there's a recalibration going on here. Now, what I would suggest as well is that if you've been kind of dating consistently and you felt a little bit out of sorts, then obviously it's asking you to relook at the connection with yourself first and rebalancing that. We've also got Justice, so that this could be Libra, air sign as well, okay? Or it could be the need to balance something within yourself. It could be that between now and then you may have a period of waiting, like an incubation period, where you're sort of looking at yourself a bit more, developing your own interests before that meeting can take place. We've also got the Nine of Swords and the Lovers here. So this is, the Lovers can be Gemini. We've also got the Nine of Swords here as well, which is about a sort of mental conflict here. There could be a choice. It could well be that when this person presents, there could well be someone that you're already around that maybe you're going to have to choose from. And you're going to have to make a decision on. We've also got the World card in reverse along with Strength. Okay, so that could be, again, Leo, another Leo energy with the Strength card. And the World being in reverse. So it could well be that, theoretically, it could be that this is someone local to you, that this is not, maybe you've met people online before, maybe you've been meeting people that are at a distance. But this feels more local. This feels, again, I'm getting summertime period here as well, so it could well be, again, in the Leo sort of season, that this maybe kick starts in April and then sort of develops more strength within the sort of August time. We've also got the 9 of Wands with the 10 of Wands here, so it could well be that there was a maybe previously you were maybe a bit defensive energy, maybe there was a need to kind of that you were maybe single a little bit longer than you'd hoped or liked. But there's a burden being released here, and obviously with the 10 of Swords, that's a completion of the cycle, which leads to the Ace of Wands, which is usually a new beginning, and there's an action taking place. So this doesn't feel like it's going to be, you know, a false start. It feels like something could develop from this. And then we've got a Page of Wands, which is an offer, and again another fire sign here. So there's a lot of fire energy. And again, if this doesn't start in April time, March, April, it could well be this is a fire sign. And then we've got the 3 of Cups for union. Okay, this could also be children. This could also be third parties. It could well be that maybe you're around someone at the time and then you're having to decide. But then we've got the King of Wands with the 2 of Wands. So it could well be, again, more fire energy. And we've actually got counterparts here as well now. So with the King and Queen of Wands, this is a complete counterpart. So maybe you've put down something with a fire sign that maybe could potentially, you know, and then you decide to be single, and then around the April time this picks up again, and then continues around Leo season, which is August. But let's have a look what else they're going to show us here. Yeah, so there was previously almost like you were trying to arrange, this is 7 of Cups reversed, how you were going to do this, what you were going to do. Like there was a sort of, how am I going to navigate around this? How is my plan going to come to fruition? How is this going to sort of develop? How will people end up kind of, how will this practically kind of be carried out? And I feel like the weight's been lifted there. So it could well have been that maybe you're putting down someone that there was a lot of logistical kind of worry about. You know, maybe there was a distance, maybe that, you know, there was other people around that person. It's almost like the worry's gone. So whoever this is it's more straightforward, more kind of, I'm hearing easygoing. It's not so sort of much needed to kind of figure out where this is all going. It's a lot more straightforward. There's a lot more, potential for commitment here. So this is the Hierophant, okay? I'm hearing a learning curve as well. So it could well be that there's something with this person. Maybe there's a bit of an inspirational energy around this person that you're picking up from them that actually I'm hearing is maybe needed. It's like maybe you were a bit stagnant around your own kind of life goals, and this person's a very inspirational character. They're actually someone that you could kind of aspire to be like, or maybe you've looked up, maybe there's sort of someone that you would look at and think, that's kind of how to do it, you know. There's a very inspirational type of energy around this person. There's something, it could be that they're a sort of a leader in their kind of craft, or they're a leader in their kind of, you know, area of where they work. They could be very well established. They could be intuitive as well with this kind of fire energy. King of Wands. Someone who knows their own mind as well, I'm thinking here. This is someone who knows their own mind, and it's kind of inspirational. The energy that they're kind of showing here is fairly inspirational energy. Let's have a look what else they're going to show us here. Right, they're asking me now, clear the deck. Okay, they're asking me to pull cards again. So this could be several different scenarios, but let's have a look at the next cards and we'll see. Okay, so let's see what else. Singles, please. Wow. Okay, so we've got the 10 of Cups and the Sun. No, this looks like the same scenario. This looks like a scenario they might be in now. Hang on. Let's have a look. This is a scenario. So this is interesting. They're now showing me the scenario they may well be in now. Okay, so if this relates to someone you know, then you know that this is going to continue forward. But this is the way they're giving it to me. This is the next set of cards is now the sort of what it feels like maybe they're in now or you're in now. Okay, so we've got the Ten of Cups with the Ten of Swords reversed, the Sun with the Empress, the Page of Wands with the King of Swords, the Seven of Cups with the Chariot, and then we've got the Six of Cups with the Four of Swords, and then the outcome is the Four of Wands. So if the first scenario makes sense, maybe you're thinking, well, hang on, I know someone like that. See if this scenario fits. This is someone, again, it doesn't have to be, but I think that what they're trying to show here is, let's say you think you might already know them. This is the current scenario, so this is a way of you checking if it is that same person. If this doesn't fit with them now, and maybe you don't know them now, this is just what they're going through. So we've got the Ten of Cups with the Ten of Swords. So there is definitely this with this person, this potential love interest that either you know or you don't know at the moment. There's a familiar relationship and or family situation that is due to come to an end that hasn't quite ended yet, which is why they're not ready, okay? Which is why they're not coming into your immediate now. There could be children involved with this scenario, with the Empress and the Sun card. It could well be that the reason that they're not leaving this situation is due to a child, or maybe that they're worried about how this will affect their child. But this is the overwhelming concern, okay? There is a decision that needs to be made with the King of Swords, with the Page of Wands, but it's saying that they are going to eventually make a decision when it comes to this and take a step forward. Okay? They want to move and charge ahead, but there's just way too many sort of how, why, where's and what fors, because we've got the Seven of Cups with the Chariot. So they want to charge ahead with this, but there's an incomplete thought process when it comes to how they're going to move out of this, how they're going to kind of the practicalities of it, whether they're ready to do that and what their life would look like afterwards. It's like they're kind of debating the outcomes here, and they're trying to assess whether or not that's something that they do want to go ahead with. And then we've got the Six of Cups with the Four of Swords. So again, it's like they're kind of leaving this on hold at the moment based on potentially children and or an older connection they've got with someone that they are worried about breaking free of or closing a cycle with the Ten of Swords. And also a living arrangement. So this is Four of Wands. So this looks like a family, committed, settled environment. But because we've got the King of Swords and the Page of Wands here, they are looking to break free of this. But they just haven't quite completed in their mind how they're going to do it and what exactly they do want to do. We've got the Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So it shows that this is something that they know is going to happen. But it's like it's not quite complete in their mind how they're going to go about doing this. Yeah, so we've got the Nine of Wands and then the Knight of Cups. So it's like there's a bit of a defensive energy around this at the moment, but they know where their emotions lie. So again, if you do know this person, it's saying that they're trying to complete the situation and resolve it and end it before they can come towards you. They're saying go again. Okay. Now again, if this is, it could well be that this second scenario is actually your scenario now. And that the first scenario doesn't link to you, so just take it as it comes. And this is the third scenario, so again, you could be one of all three, or you could only relate to one of them. Just see which fits and feels like your scenario. Either you're familiar with the characters in it, or you're familiar with the feelings. So just see which one fits. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Someone doesn't know how what? Someone doesn't know how to get along? Someone doesn't know how to get along? Maybe you're in a situation at the moment where there's a lot of arguing. Take it as it resonates. We've got the Three of Cups, the Two of Wands, the King of Pentacles, yeah. Okay, so with the Wheel of Fortune, we've got the Two of Wands. So this is a massive indecision at the moment. They know the cycle is going to be totally kind of changed. They know that this is going to happen. It's an inevitable type of feeling, but it's like they're holding back from making a decision because they know the inevitable's happening and they're not prepared for what's happening afterwards. This is the Wheel of Fortune with the Two of Wands. So it's almost like a destined outcome, but they are kind of trying to hold it back a bit because they don't know where this is leading. It's like they don't want to be out of control. They're trying to kind of control the situation. We've got the Five of Swords with the King of Pentacles. So the Five of Swords is about victory, defeat, arguing. The King of Pentacles, it could be a committed relationship that they're in, that there is a lot of fighting, but they know they have to get out of it. They know they have to move forward, but there is something that is stopping them. They're not entirely sure what their life would be looking like if they were to move out of this situation, because there's a lot of unknowns. It's like there's a bit of a fear of the unknown here. Okay. Now it's interesting how it started out as a singles reading, but it just feels like every bit of energy that's coming through here, maybe you know the person, that you're not with them, and these are all people that could have other connections around them. So just what I would say is that if you're the first scenario that we kind of looked at looks like the one scenario where maybe you didn't know that person, whereas the other two do look like you may know them. And then we've got the Four of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So someone is holding on to something here. They don't want to let it go, right? But because the Ace of Pentacles is in reverse, it's like there's no new opportunities here because there's stagnancy and things keep changing, but there's no consistent outcome. Things are just going in a loop, essentially. We've got the Eight of Swords in reverse with the Hermit in reverse as well. So this is someone who is trapped in their own mind. I'm just going to say it as the guides have just said it. It's like every time they think they're going to make a break free of things, it's like their mental processes are kind of limiting them in terms of how they can see this being developed. And so they're just sitting still, waiting, hoping that something's going to change, hoping that Wheel of Fortune is going to turn again. And then we've also got the Three of Cups and the Death card in reverse. So there is definitely a third party situation within this scenario that they're not wanting to let go of. They don't want to let go of the potential partner. They don't want to let go of you. It's like they're trying to just hope that the universe comes and takes care of this situation, because to them it's, I'm hearing limiting. So maybe they want to break free of it, but there's something that prohibits them of breaking free. Yeah, and that's because of their indecision. They've got Judgment here. It's like the decision needs to be made, but they're putting it off. They're putting off making a decision because they don't want to make the decision. Yeah, Four of Cups in reverse. So that an offer, they're scared of making an offer because they know what the impact of that offer would be. They're worried about if they were to make the offer, things would change. We've got the Magician and the Empress in reverse. So either they're concerned that their actions is going to essentially either affect children that they have, either they're scared of how things are going to change within your connection. Maybe they feel that there would be an inconsistency suddenly appearing that wasn't there before because they've offered something. And so they're worried about making a break free of that because things will become a bit too real. It's like they've manifested all these things, and then when the actual crunch happens, they're worried about how the outcome would be. Let's pull some outcomes for this. Okay, so hopefully you remember which kind of reading. Maybe someone wants to pin the readings here, the timings. Sorry. I'm being, I didn't realise how this spread would end up, but they just said go with it, so. Okay, so I think we had 3 spreads, so let's pull 3 out for outcome. So outcome 1, what is the outcome for spread 1? Maybe you'll resonate with all 3. Outcome 2, Outcome for number 2. Outcome for number 2. Outcome for number 2. Outcome for number 3. Okay, interesting. The bottom of the deck says release your ex. Outcome number 1, it says retreat. It says it's time to disconnect from the world. So if this is you and you resonate with that, then look and focus on you. This energy will come forward when it's ready. Outcome number 2, it says keep an open mind, and it says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So if that is your connection, just keep an open mind with it. Maybe sort of put it down, do your own thing, see what energy presents, and then make a decision. And then the third is new love. Okay, it says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So this could be a new connection, and or this could be someone you don't know yet. Let's pull some clarifiers. Okay, so the first one, it says pay attention to the red flags. So it could be something that maybe I'm hearing there could be a third party around that they haven't completely let go. And that doesn't have to necessarily be the case. It could just be that there's a little bit of work that person needs to do, but just keep paying attention to the red flags. Number 2, what does the number 2 need to be aware of? Number 2, please, Spirit. This is not wanting to come forward at all. Clarify, keep an open mind, please, Spirit, for number 2. Let go of control issues. It says allow the situation to unfold naturally. And number 3, clarify new love. We've got getting to know each other and give your relationship a chance. So guys, hopefully that's been of some help. That was your singles reading. Bottom of the deck, it says stay optimistic about your love life. Okay guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. All your likes, shares and subscriptions, it means a lot to me. And back again tomorrow for another reading. Thanks. Bye.